Yo, screw all of you guys. I'm back here once again today for another video. James Carter TV. You're watching. I'm here with Chase Oliver 68. We're gonna be doing our top 10 teams in the NBA this 2011-12 season. So let's start it off right now with number 10. Chase, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is the Los Angeles Clippers. I feel with all the pickups that they made this offseason with Chauncey Billups and Chris Paul that they're a better team. I don't see them championship contenders just yet, though.
Alright, my number 10 is the Memphis Grizzlies. You know, they beat the Spurs in the playoffs. They were making a little run there. They didn't get too far, but hey, they did beat the Spurs. But they lost Shane Battier, a big role player in their team, but I still think that they were able to do a good job. They're getting Rudy Gay back. He was injured throughout the season, and they're getting him back, so that'll also be good. So let's see where they go. I'm really interested to see what happens to the Memphis Grizzlies. After all, they are my second favorite NBA team. So let's get into number 9. I have the Boston Celtics. They lost Big Ben. That's a Big Ben. Big Baby Glenn Davis. And they traded him for Brandon Bass, which was a trade in my opinion. Well, they lost Big Baby. They really shouldn't have done that. I learned firsthand in the 2010 NBA Finals that Big Baby can really cause problems. While Brandon Bass has just been shuffled around and you can't really do much. Chase, what's your number 9?
My number 9 is also the Boston Celtics. With the loss of Big Baby Glenn Davis and also the loss of Jeff Green to open heart surgery, this team has really taken a low blow with supporting players, but they still got Rajon Rondo, and their defense still looks good. It's the offense that's the question right now.
Alright, so what's your number 8?
My number 8, although old with age, is the San Antonio Spurs. I still think they have veteran experience. They still have high prolific three-point shooting, live or die by the three, and that's what San Antonio does. I like San Antonio.
Alright, so my number 8 is actually the Los Angeles Clippers. They were your number 10, but I just think that now that they have Chris Paul, they're a better team. In fact, last year they still had a losing record. I mean, I don't know why people are all of a sudden saying the Clippers are that great of a team. Last season they had a losing record. So I don't think they're really going to improve that much. That's why I have them at number 8. They're still going to be a playoff team now. And they're going to be a team to watch, but not the best team in LA, I'll tell you that much. So what's your number, what would be number 7?
My number 7 is the Orlando Magic. That is with Dwight Howard. They did get Big Baby Glenn Davis, which is a good support to their team. I feel the Orlando Magic is always good defensively, and that's what keeps them in ball games, so I got to give it the Magic here.
Yeah, I also have the Orlando Magic. This is assuming that Dwight Howard is there throughout the entire season, but not really any improvements. I mean, sure you got Big Ben. Keep on saying Big Ben. Glenn Davis. I know you got Glenn Davis, but Dwight Howard doesn't really seem that they want to be here. Team chemistry is going to be off because nobody knows if he's going to be there by the end of the season or what's going to happen with Dwight Howard. The whole team has been overshadowed because of Dwight Howard, and Dwight Howard wants that superstar next to him, and there's no one there right now. So they have to be my number 7. Let's go into number 6. Chase, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is the defending NBA champions, the Dallas Mavericks, and the reason being is they've lost a lot of key players in this offseason. They've lost Tyson Chandler and J.J. Barea. Now, people are going to be like, J.J. Barea was a backup point guard. He was one of the main reasons why many teams couldn't adjust to the Mavericks, just because when he would get off that bench, he was so fast. And Tyson Chandler, although foul trouble, a great defensive player. And they signed Vince Carter and get Lamar Odom, who I think is suspended. So I just don't like the Dallas Mavericks right
now. Yeah, I'm also gonna agree with you. I also have the Mavericks at number 6. They lost Tyson Chandler. In my opinion, that's a big loss to this team. He brought in that defensive edge that they needed against the Miami Heat, a team that can put up points like you never seen before, and he brought that defensive end defending Chris Bosh. They also lost J.J. Barea, like you touched on. That it's really hard for teams to try to defend him. He's a wild card. That's why I guess anybody hit him with the elbow right there. So yeah, the Mavericks, they're losing some players. I don't know if they have Deshaun Stevenson. I don't know if they re-signed him, but if they didn't, that's also a problem. Caron Butler, even though he wasn't in the playoffs, he still was a big part of them in the regular season. So the Mavericks, they kind of went down a peg. All right, so let's move on to number 5. What is your number 5?
My number 5 is the New York Knicks. I feel the New York Knicks has improved from last season to a big standpoint. They got Tyson Chandler, got rid of Chauncey Billups, signed Mike Bibby. They also picked up Aaron Davis, who is injured sadly. But the Knicks have a good core of players. They still have Sotomayor. They still have Carmelo Anthony. They are looking like a good team, and with that extra edge on defense with Tyson Chandler, I see them doing good this season.
Alright, so my number 5, and I hate saying this, but my number 5 is the Los Angeles Lakers. No improvements to this roster. They added they lost Shannon Brown, first of all. They have only added Jace Capono, Josh McRoberts, Troy Murphy. They signed a couple rookies, but overall, this team did not get better. And the only way the Los Angeles Lakers will be the best team in the NBA, even compete for an NBA title, is if Andrew Bynum steps up. Andrew Bynum needs to step up and have the career the career of the season of his career. Damn it. Andrew Bynum needs to just come out, stay healthy, and do well for the Los Angeles Lakers, and they'll do good. They're my number 5. And let's get into my number 4, which is the New York Knicks. Now, the bench still isn't there. They're still having young Landry Fields at the 2 guard, which is kind of questionable, but hey, you still got Mike Bibby at the point. You still got Carmelo Anthony at the 3. You got Amari Stoudemire, power forward. Still a formidable team. And now Tyson Chandler in the middle of it all. Center, blocking shots, defensive, have that defensive edge down there. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is actually your number 5, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the reason being is this. I still think the Lakers still have a good team. Losing Lamar Odom and Shannon Brown were huge losses to the Lakers this year. Not getting Chris Paul was also a huge loss, and not getting Dwight Howard as well during the offseason, but still, I feel the Lakers are still a good basketball team. They have the bench still to score points. I saw that last night. They still have a good core around them. Now, they just got to figure out who's going to be the starting. Is it going to be Matt Barnes? Going to be Artest? Going to be Blake? Or is it going to be Fisher? That's the only problem for the Lakers, in my opinion. I still think they're a really good team, even with the 2 losses on their team that were crucial.
Alright, yeah, next I may shock a couple of you out there for my number 4. Where are we at number 4? No, we're number 3. Number 3. At number 3, I actually have the Miami Heat at number 3 for a couple reasons. Eddie Curry, Billy White, these names that the Heat added, that they really needed to add people and they didn't get it done. They lost Mike Bibby. Yes, I know you Heat fans are not big fans of Mike Bibby, but you lost Mike Bibby. I guess your starting point guard now is Mike Miller. I don't know about that. You're moving Chris Bosh to the center, moving Udonis Haslem up, which is actually a smart move because Joel Anthony starting at center was never a good idea. But the team didn't really improve that much, and that's why I have my number 3. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is the Miami Heat, and also for the same reasons you had. This team didn't improve. They might start Mario Chalmers, still very young and still very horse-shotty. He reminds me of a Russell Westbrook at point guard. It's very, very hard for teams to adjust. And even though they dabbed the big 3 or whatever you want to call them, they're still at a loss. They don't know what they're doing. Who knows if Bosh is going to play center all year? Once he goes against tougher center, it's going to be hard for him to get shots off or even play defense. So it's going to be very interesting what the Heat do from here on out. But I have them at 3 just because they still have a solid core offensive start that has a LeBron, Wiggy, Bosh,
Alright, time for my number 2, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kevin Durant will continue to improve. Russell Westbrook will continue to improve. And this whole team will just continue to improve. And the Thunder are coming out of the West, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be a wild ride. I really want to see what they do in the finals. I really want to see what Kevin Durant does in the finals. Kevin Durant, truly one of the spectacles in the NBA. And I'm going to say right now, he's going to win the MVP. I'm going to say right now, Kevin Durant wins the MVP this year. But anyway, like I said, the Thunder are a great team. They're not number 1. We'll get to my number 1. In fact, by process of elimination, you should already know my number 1. But Chase, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Oklahoma City Thunder coming out of the Northwest Division. Go Timberwolves, by the way. But besides that, they have a great young team, very fast team, very learning and understanding team. The only problem about their team that put them at number 2 is that point guard, Russell Westbrook. He takes shots that he shouldn't be taking. He's 40% on the field most of his game. That is fucking terrible, especially when you're a point guard taking all those shots. A point guard is not a position to be the all-star. The point guard is a pass-first type position that helps the team, and you get your shots when you're open. That's the reason why I put them at number 2. But otherwise, the team looks solid overall. KD for MVP.
So what is your number uno, sir?
The Chicago Bulls. Derrick Rose. What more can I say? He's a prolific point guard. He plays a point guard position better than most point guards before him. Youngest MVP. That team, many people say, oh, there's problems with Carlos Boozer and Hakeem Noah. I'm not big fans of their play, but they probably are going to step up now and realize this is our time. We have the chance to win a championship. Luol Dame's a great player. They just have a great squad around them with that starting five. Their bench is a little bit questionable, but not by too much.
Number 1, also the Chicago Bulls. Derrick Rose, reigning MVP, will continue to improve. He did have a lackluster Eastern Conference Finals. Carlos Boozer had a lackluster Eastern Conference Finals. Joakim Noah had a lackluster Eastern Conference Finals, but we're not talking about the Eastern Conference Finals here. We're talking about this team will improve. Joakim Noah will get better. Derrick Rose will get better. Will Carlos Boozer get better? I don't know about that, but he's still a big part of this team, man, and he can still put up 18 points and 10 rebounds a game. It's a big team to watch out for. They got Rip Hamilton, very underrated shooter. They needed a shooter. They got him. Hopefully now Derrick Rose can stay away from that 3-point line. So hopefully now Rip Hamilton can be taking more of those shots. Kyle Korver, I want to see you on the bench. I want to see you 6-man. I want to see you doing shit off the bench that you need to be. Luol Deng, you need to improve, man. You need to get a bit. You're still starting, but you need to get a little better right there. But I still think the Chicago Bulls are the best team in the NBA right now. And I will go out on the record to say right now the Chicago Bulls will win the NBA championship. And it's gonna be a ride. I mean, as a fan, I know they're Heat fans. I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm telling you, a Oklahoma City Thunder, Chicago Bulls NBA Finals would be one of the most exciting, thrilling NBA Finals in history. It would just be fun to watch. Just two fast teams, Derrick Rose, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, just going down the field, trading points, trading all this other shit. It'd just be amazing. Let the young guys have a chance. Push these young guys, man. That's all I'm going to say about that. But anyway, guys, thank you for viewing. Put your top 10, put your top 5, put your top 3, put your top. Whatever you put, thanks for commenting. Chase Oliver, 68, James Carter TV. We are signing out, ladies and gentlemen. Is there anything you want to say, Chase? Want to make a prediction for the NBA season? Who's going to win the title?
Timberwolves, 8th seed, and my prediction is the Oklahoma City Thunder becoming the NBA champions.
Alright, well, we're going to have to see about that one. It's going to be a great NBA season, everybody. And let's just watch some NBA on Christmas. I'm out.